my god, I found it. Holy shit. Yep. Okay. I'm starting to understand now. Oh my god. Yeah.
The sun orbits the Milky Way. Now, this process takes around 225 million years to complete. The horseshoe crab.
Oh my god.
Has done it twice.
How? He's fucking lapped the Milky Way twice. What the fuck?
This bird is a vampire.
Of course, we had the fucking corpse defiler, now we have the vampire. Hello, ye shower bastards. In today's video, we'll be reacting to more Pars. It's getting complicated now at this point. So I hope you enjoy.
This fish will choke you.
Why not?
Not the way you think. So this is a hagfish found worldwide under the sea. And
Okay.
This thing
So it's not exclusive to Australia. What you're saying is I cannot shit talk Australia.
has one of the most fucking disgusting defense mechanisms on the
God.
planet. You see, when I say choke, you probably think I mean they loop
Yeah.
the pool noodle-shaped body around your neck and squeeze. You are
Yeah.
wrong.
Huh?
These guys are piss-weak scavengers that average out to about the size of a subway foot long.
Okay.
And despite having a fucking face hugger for a mouth, their main defense mechanism is busting.
Wait, what?
See, as you can probably tell by looking at them, these bad boys are slimy.
Yeah.
Really slimy. And when threatened, they use it as a fucking weapon.
Huh?
Whenever something tries to eat them, they kick the slime production into overdrive, secreting a protein that instantly converts the surrounding ocean water into thick, sticky sludge in half a second.
Huh?
You know, a load like that in half a second, incredibly impressive. Nothing to be embarrassed about at all. This slime then seeps into and clogs the gills of their predators,
What the fuck?
suffocating them to death. Then, having literally slimed their ops, they
just
whip
eat
out
them.
an Uno reverse card and fucking eat them.
You know what? Fair game. If you want to bust a nut and kill a fish, you know what? That's your choice. I think that's fair game. You're allowed to be eaten if that's how you die.
The Kraken is a real animal.
Huh?
Just not the one you think it is.
Who's that Pokemon?
You see, when people hear tales of the Kraken, they assume that a bunch of sailors in the old times got absolutely shit-faced and found squid. And to be fair, that's not a terrible assumption. Giant squid are f***ing kaiju-sized, coming in at 12 meters in length.
I mean, like, what else would it be?
And 900 kilos.
Jesus
So
Christ.
the assumption that they saw that shit and rightly assumed sea monster
Yeah.
isn't too far-fetched. However, there is a rather large hole in that giant squid theory. They
Why?
don't live anywhere near the surface.
Oh.
They live down. Way down. Owning real
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm starting to understand.
estate at a depth of 1,000 meters below sea level in the twilight zone.
Oh my
So
God.
if these sailors didn't see Squidward's roided out brother, how the f*** do you explain the books of corroborating tales of long tentacle-like appendages sticking out of the sea? Well, the answer is whales.
What?
But, where is the tentacle on a whale?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
During breeding season, blue whales reproduce by conducting a locomotive on female whales.
What?
And in order to keep this train running on the tracks, male whales must wait their turn.
I'm starting to understand now. And I'm not liking where this is going.
Yet, while waiting in the lobby, in order to stay prepared, the males tend to raise their gentleman sausage out of the water and wave it around in the air.
Oh my god. No, I have to look this up. I have to look this up. I have to. Hold on. Give me a second. There's no way. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually find an image of it. Hold on. Just wait a minute. I can't find any. Oh my god, I found it. Holy shit. Yep. Okay. I'm starting to understand now. Oh my god. Fucking hell.
A blue whale is around 3 meters long.
Yeah, I definitely saw that.
Inches thick. So sailors who thought they were seeing a mythical monster from the depths were,
oh, they'll say a monster, alright? That's a fucking monster. Fucking hell.
more than likely just seeing a pot of whales hitting weapon inspect. Deliberately breaks its own bones.
What?
But why? Well, you see, this is a...
Oh, I think I know this frog. It like breaks its knuckles or something and then sticks it out of its hands as weapons.
hairy frog found on the west coast of Africa, and the reason it hits a brutality on itself, ironically enough, is self-defense.
Yeah.
You see, these guys are small, coming in.
They break their fingers or their knuckles.
Respectable, 3 to 5 inches.
Of course, very respectable. Huge, I think. You know, absolutely massive.
And tipping the scales at only 150 grams.
Damn.
Problem, because they also inhabit the ecological equivalent of a fucking FromSoft game. Africa is one of the only places in the world that gives Australia a run for its money. The frog here having to avoid birds, snakes, and rats on his walk to work.
Rats?
In order to avoid this scenario, most frogs either run a high-level stealth build,
Yeah.
or dress up like a fucking highlighter and cover themselves in everyone's favourite liquid. But
Neurotoxin.
the hairy frog has read one too many X-Men comics. This thing actually has another name.
Yeah.
The fucking Wolverine frog. Because these little guys have claws, but not
In their
traditional
hands.
claws like a
They
cat.
break their bones and
Keratin
shove it out their hands and just
extend
start
their
slashing.
trapdoor issue. No, instead, the finger bones on a hairy frog's hind legs are held in place by a small bone at the tip of their fingers. And when threatened, they snap the longer bone off the tip and through their fucking skin.
Yeah.
And then, new weapon acquired, they employ the London self-defense.
Just stab it to death.
This is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
Who's that Pokemon?
Is it a Kabuto? It is a Kabuto.
Horseshoe crab. Found under the
Oh,
sea
that what
in
it's
the
actually called?
Atlantic, Indian and
Wait, what's it called?
Introducing the horseshoe
Oh, that's not as interesting as a Kabuto.
crab. Found under the sea in the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Oceans. And when I said old, I didn't mean individually. These little guys disconnect from the server at around age 40. And as far as
That's
their
respectable.
actual lives go, they're kind of boring. They're bottom feeders with zero offensive capability, and the only reason they have a tail is that without it, they would die if you flipped them onto their backs. No, when I say old, I mean as a species.
Yeah, they've been
These
around
things
for
are walking
billions.
fossils that have been running the exact same basic ass build, completely unchanged for millions of years. How many millions?
Oh god.
Here is a list of events that this little guy's
Oh, no.
lived through.
Okay,
The fall
hit
of
me.
Rome, the
Huh?
evolution of humankind.
Okay.
Back, I want to be monkey.
The Ice Age, God tossing a rock at the big-ass lizards. Hell, this little fucker watched the first fish crawl off the land
Oh my god!
when the first tree spawned.
What the fuck?
The best way I can put this into perspective is that not unlike the way the Earth orbits the Sun,
Yeah.
the Sun orbits the Milky Way. Now, this process takes around 225 million years to complete. The horseshoe crab
Oh my god!
has done it twice!
How? He's fucking lapped the Milky Way twice. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, you are ancient. Fucking die already.
This plant explodes.
Why does everything explode now? You know, plants used to just smell nice and, you know, look good. Now they just want to kill everything.
But why? Well, you see, this is a squirting cucumber.
No, I will not stop. All right, I'm calmed up. I am calm.
Robert, this is serious. These things are and to understand where this thing got its name, you need to understand how most plants spread their seeds. You see, most of the time, plants store their seeds
Pollination.
in their fruit.
Yep.
Birds then swoop down, grab their food at the drive-thru, eat it, and fuck off. They then digest the flesh of the fruit, but shit out the seeds. The seeds hit the ground, get fertilized, and the cycle begins anew. But the squirter is poisonous.
Of course.
Every single part.
Everything has to be poisonous and explosive. Everything has to be poisonous C4.
Of the plant is toxic, so if Tweety here eats it, he's going to become a KFC family bucket. So if that's the case, how does it spread its seed? Well,
Oh no.
same way you do. You see, the cucumber stores its seeds in the fruits as well. But the fruits are made up of very soft cells. And as they grow, they slowly fill with moisture. This moisture causes them to swell and inflate, increasing pressure on the inside of the fruit.
Sounds very familiar.
Builds. The fruit stretches. Finally, all that pressure is too much for the stem to bear, and it pops out like the pin in a grenade.
Yeah.
That opening, all those seeds, and all that pressure finally has somewhere to go. So, in order to spread its seeds far and wide,
It busts a nut. No. Oh my god. It's got more seed bust than I do.
Komodo dragons are horror villains. I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods.
Why?
Backing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare.
Of course.
Purely because they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla's little cousin here is the largest lizard in the world.
Yeah.
Weighing up to 166
Holy
kilos
shit.
and being a full
Damn. That's heavier than me.
3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough,
Just I can imagine Moist Critical just sitting on the back of one of these.
The reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However, rather than using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey,
Oh my god.
they can take down prey 3 times their size, because as if being a reptilian tank was not enough, they are also venomous.
Oh my
and this
god.
Isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that
Is it neurotoxin again?
gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No. A Komodo hunt starts with it running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting,
I don't know what that is.
Dragon off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing the Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order. A week goes by, and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots.
Oh.
So the animal.
So it's a blood thinner, basically. It doesn't kill you, it just thins your blood and you'll just slowly bleed out.
Is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching. More time passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside of their mouth is full of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength, and the Komodo is still watching. Another week passes. The infection has spread, and the flesh has begun to rot. And you best believe that ass lizard is
still watching.
Like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave. Once the bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses, the Komodo strolls over and eats it alive, shredding it into chunks.
Oh, that is
larger,
fucked.
if it's small enough, swallowing it whole.
Huh?
As it screams.
Oh my god. That is fucked. That is fucked up.
On the way down.
No. Fuck you. Kill yourself. Can't say that. But fuck you. I hate you. That is disgusting. That is fucked up. What is wrong with you?
Even for me, man, that's fucked. This crab is a boxer.
Hell yeah. He's gonna fight Andrew Tate.
What's your name?
Agree. That's right, stepping into the ring at 0.15 grams.
Oh my god, he is tiny. What the fuck?
And a huge 2.5 centimeters.
Absolutely massive. That's a bit too much now, if I say anything.
It's the boxer crab. You see, while most crabs use their pinchers to feed and defend themselves, the boxer crab has instead elected to spec into CQC and throw fucking hands. And despite their completely average and not at all small size, this fucker fights in the heavyweight division, able to punch out hundreds of times its size. But
oh my
how does
god.
Little Mac win the fights? Well, that's pretty simple. He fucking cheats.
What? Oh.
You see, those pom-poms aren't a fashion choice. Those are both sea.
It's always poison and neurotoxin. The punch isn't strong. It's what the punch does to you afterwards. That's the problem.
And then that the box
See, anemone.
in its claws to use is basically fucking brass knuckles. Now they get these enemies by finding other boxer crabs who have them, jumping them, and then claiming them like they are a fucking WWE title belt.
Jesus Christ.
Anemones are venomous plant-like animals that, in order not to get eaten, sting the shit out of anything that touches them. Boxer crabs are immune to that sting, but you bet your ass that everything that tries to eat the boxer crab isn't. So, the crab and the anemone enter into a symbiotic relationship, essentially becoming an aquatic venom, with the anemone getting some of the crab's food, and the crab gaining venomous brass knuckles. So, So, whenever a predator gets in the ring with Crab Tyson here, he'll wait for it to get just within striking range, and then...
Mr. Squidward, I should kick your f***ing ass!
This bird is
Insta-kill.
the serial killer.
What?
Christ, you're the Bay Harbor Butcher.
I really hate that name.
Introducing Shrike, a group of feathery friends found all over the world, including the land down under. Now,
Yeah.
at first glance, you may be thinking to yourself,
It's a bird.
"How could this sweet little guy be
Yeah, he's a bird.
so tiny?" They only grow up to around 30 centimeters and cap their
Aww.
weight out at 90 grams.
Aww.
And on top of being about as threatening as a fucking teddy bear, look at their claws. A shrike trying to end anything with its talons is like trying to stab a hippopotamus to death with a fucking pool noodle. It sings like it's on American Idol. It's a songbird, a branch geek.
Yeah.
You can fly, but I'm fucking onto you, Tweety.
What?
Give me a f***ing creeps, you know that, Dexter?
You may have everyone else fooled, but I know exactly what you are.
What?
Because shrikes actually have another name. They're called fucking butcher birds.
What?
Yeah, that's right. The Dexter jokes actually had a fucking point. He said when the Bay Harbor butcher bird wants to hunt, they first start by selecting a target.
Tonight's
Okay.
Now, unlike Dexter, their code tells them they can eat whatever the they want. Insects, mice, me, even
Lizard.
And once they pick
Lizards.
the meal, they wait
Send them after the fucking Komodo dragons. We don't need the Komodo
for
dragons.
the right moment and swoop on it.
Oh my
Now,
gosh.
While those claws might be fucking useless, they do have a signature weapon. That tiny hook on the end of their beak. And once they land on their victim, they slide that hook into its neck, perfectly slotting between their vertebrae and severing their fucking spinal cord.
What the fuck? Fuck these birds, man. What is it? Why? Why do you need to exist? We don't need you. What do you do other than kill things for fun?
But converting their prey into a vegetable isn't enough. No, 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 no. These sick fucks keep trophies.
Oh,
Once they
of
have
course.
paralyzed their prey and shattered its spine, they will fly its corpse back to their larder, which is either a thorn bush or a fucking barbed wire
Oh,
fence.
no.
And once they get
I already know what's happening. I can already tell what's happening. Oh, that is grim. What the fuck?
home, they fucking impale them.
Oh.
They will then leave that corpse there for days, occasionally biting chunks out of it, eating it like leftovers from the fucking fridge. Dexter collected blood slides. These fuckers create kebabs.
That is fucked. Holy shit, man. That is disgusting. What the fuck? Why is everything eating rotten flesh? Why? Why does it have to be rotten flesh? Eat it when it's fresh, at least, like, if you're gonna be doing that shit.
This bird is a vampire.
Of course. We had the fucking corpse defiler, now we have the vampire.
Introducing the vampire ground finch, native to the Galapagos Islands, and a great example of the horrifying affronts to the universe that evolution can produce when it decides to do a little trolling. Now, you see, at first glance, this is the most boring vampire you can possibly imagine. Coming in at a measly 12 centimeters.
That's gigantic. That's way too much. I think you should lose an inch.
And a mere 20 grams in weight.
Absolutely enormous.
Ooh, that's kind of small.
Nah, I think that's enormous. I think that's too much.
A feather pattern I can best describe as a Minecraft dirt block.
Yeah.
And as it turns out, the bastards that wrote Twilight lied to me because it doesn't even fucking sparkle. So it's missing fangs, angst, a cape, and the funny accent.
You must bounce on it.
How does it qualify as a vampire?
What is the original context to that audio?
Simple. Drinks a shitload of blood. You see, most birds eat seeds and insects, and while the vampire finch can eat those too, there's a problem. They live on an island, and that island is very small. In fact, they're only found on 2 of the Galapagos Islands, and small islands means a far smaller amount of that food to go around.
Yeah.
To the point where these finches can't rely on it as their sole source. Which
So why is it called the vampire?
Because, you know,
Actually, no, I know it is called a vampire, but how is it called a vampire?
they don't need a plane ticket to just off and fly somewhere. However, as the name suggests, the vampire ground finch can't fly for shit. So, how do they get their food? They suck it out of someone that can. This, don't laugh,
Oh no.
is the Nazca booby. Another species
Shut up, I can laugh if I want.
the bird native to the islands. They are very strong flyers that feed on fish. They also nest on the islands, which is where our feathery Nosferatu comes to play. You see, when the boobies... the vampire finch will sneak over and hop onto their back. Then, using their razor-sharp beak, they will poke a very small, borderline painless hole into one of the bird's flight feathers. Once the blood is flowing freely, the vampire finch gorge themselves on it. See, as it turns out, blood is macro-friendly. And considering these things are living creatures, they just make more blood. In essence, giving the vampire finch an infinite food source.
Damn.
They can get so much blood from these birds, it is not uncommon to see multiple finches
Oh no.
sucking from the same food.
They're quintuplets, alright? Listen, it's a mother that had 5 kids and they're all being breastfed.
I can't say that. This spider hunts with jump
I don't like that. I don't like looking at this. This creeps me the fuck out.
But how? Introducing the trapdoor spider, a family of arachnid.
Oh god. Actually, since this is paused, quick question. Is it just me, but you know in Hightail, when the spiders die, they like flip onto the backs and they just curl in? Does anyone else get like a shiver on their spine every single time that happens? Because that's happened to me every single time I've killed a spider. My entire body just shivers. I hate it. It's disgusting. But I can't turn it off. Can I like get rid of the spiders? I hate it.
Containing hundreds of species found in every continent on the globe. Meaning, yes, for once, this bad boy could be in your backyard and you'd never know.
Oh, shut up, man. Don't say that.
Trapdoor spiders are particularly interesting compared to other spiders due to their hunting method. You see, normal spiders tend to spend several hours spinning up some elaborate art piece for a fly to clothesline itself on. And tarantulas just jump shit. But trapdoor spiders, they hunt with a door. Very early on in life, trapdoor spiders dig themselves a hole. This silk-lined burrow will then serve as its home for basically its entire 20-year lifespan. Hell,
Jesus.
They basically never leave the thing, like some neckbeard living in his mum's basement.
Like a Reddit moderator.
Still gotta eat, and since DoorDash does not deliver to spiders, this burrow doubles as their method for catching food.
Totally not a trap.
They use this to craft the trapdoor over the burrow entrance. Then, using their fantastic arts and craft skills, they just bolt a bunch of random shit to their front door so it blends in perfectly with the floor. After finishing their construction project, they will spin up a bunch of basically invisible strands of web on the floor in the surrounding area that act as tripwires, feeding information back to their neckbeard nest whenever something steps on it. And when some unfortunate insect steps a little little too close.
Oh no.
Money.
Fucking hell.
World's biggest
Oh,
spider.
dude. Fuck off.
Why the
Fucking spiders, man. Fucking spiders. I hate them. I just hate them. Spiders and scorpions. Scorpions as well. Although scorpions are at least kind of cool with the fucking tail thing. Spiders are just disgusting. I hate them. They're fucking grim. Why do you exist? I want you to burn.
is it that big? Introducing Theraphosa blondie, a tarantula surprisingly not native to Australia for once. It's found on the other Tyrannid hive continent, South America. Yeah, let's address the elephant in the room. Yet this thing is fucking huge.
Oh my god.
175 grams in weight.
What
and
the
12
fuck?
Inches in leg span.
What the
And
fuck?
those legs are not the only place it's packing inches, because Shelob's cousin here is packing fangs that measure a huge inch in length. For scale,
Massive.
that is like a 6-foot human packing canines the length of a fucking ruler. But the important question, why the fuck is it so big? And the answer is that I have withheld information from you.
Oh no.
You see, I introduced this girl by a Latin name. She's much better known as the Goliath bird-eater tarantula. That's right, this EDF-sized spider,
What?
not unlike me, would fucking kill for some KFC. Literally.
Yeah.
These bile titans will quite happily hunt birds,
Don't
shrimp,
touch it.
frogs, and even lizard. And they do all of this without a fucking web.
What?
Yeah, Goliaths
Nah,
are a
so you
pure
just-
melee build, hunting by prowling the jungle floor.
They just walk along the
sensing
floor.
movement
Oh,
with
fuck off.
incredibly sensitive hairs on their legs. These hairs pick up vibrations in the air, which tell them when something is close. And once their spidey sense tells them that Remy's in range,
Jesus
they
Christ.
fucking jump him, biting him with those daggers they call fangs, and injecting him with fucking neurotoxin.
It's always It's fucking always neurotoxin. It's always neurotoxin. Why can't it be anything other than neurotoxin? Why?
Go 1 week without covering neurotoxin. Of course this thing has it too. You know, I give up. I give up. They then drag their prey back to their burrow and spit up acidic digestive juices in order to suck their prey up through a fucking straw.
My god.
Australia does.
That is fucked. Like, actually fucked. Not as bad as that weird wasp one, though. The one that brings it back to its nest while still alive and injects its fucking eggs into it. Blech. That's still fucked. Why is everything eating rotten flesh, actually? Yeah, that's another thing. Why eat rotten flesh?
Just have snakes and spiders. It has a tiger. Well, kinda. Introducing the thylacine, better known as the Tassie tiger. As the name suggests, native to my home state of Tasmania, this tiny little island off Australia's south coast. No, that is not New Zealand. They have hobbits, not tigers. Well, tiger isn't entirely correct. You see, the thylacine isn't a cat on steroids. You see, this bad boy
He looks so
is
small.
the largest carnivorous marsupial on the planet. Despite
What?
the kangaroo coming in at 7 foot tall and throwing kicks like Chun-Li,
He looks so
they are
small, though.
herbivores, and everything else with a pouch that eats meat is about the size of a chihuahua, making this
Oh.
1.3 meter, 20 kilo kangaroo dog with a tiger persona the only marsupial apex predator. See, these things were ambush hunters, using stealth and speed to silently take down their prey like they're playing Assassin's Creed. On top of being a fully qualified Spec Ops agent, these things had a mouth on them to rival Kirby.
Holy shit.
Capable of opening their jaw a full 80 fucking degrees, which is absolutely
Oh my god. The fucking head that thing could give.
terrifying and really cool. There's just one small problem.
Oh no, what
You
is
may
it?
have picked up on me talking mostly in the past tense, and that all of this footage is in black and white. That's 'cause we
It's
don't
extinct,
have a
isn't
tiger.
it? Ah.
Unfortunately, the thylacine was driven to extinction in the late 1980s. By
Damn,
what
that's
exactly?
only recent as
The
well.
British. You see,
Oh,
when the Brits,
fuck off.
did their thing and decided Tasmania was their house now, actually, they brought with them livestock, namely sheep and cattle, which is a fucking blessing to the Tassie tiger, which rapidly added these walking meatballs with the survival instincts of a wet sock to their meal plan. The colonists did not take kindly to the thylacine taking their livestock without a license in it, so they placed bounties on their heads. Never mind that these things never attacked humans and very rarely took their livestock. No, they were an inconvenience. And so, they were hunted down.
Oh, no.
One by one. For 70 fucking years. Until September 7th, 1936. When the last thylacine, Benjamin, died cold and alone in a cage at the Hobart Zoo.
Aww.
Usually I'd end these with a joke, but the fact
No,
that I wiped
don't.
his entire bloodline and turned him into a fucking rug isn't that funny. Australia
That's bad
has a
now.
straight
That's fucking bad. What the fuck? Why? That's sad. I don't want to think about that.
up Pokemon.
But
Introducing the brushtail possum, more specifically, the golden brushtail possum. Native to the land down under and one of the rare examples of an Australian animal that is expressly designed to DoorDash you straight to hell. You see, the brushtail is one of a grand total of 23 species of Australian possum, which, despite the name, share absolutely no relation to the red-blooded American oak. He's adorable little marsupial.
He's cute.
Sizes, from the ringtail
I
possum
like him.
to the sugar glider. And
Oh,
to our
man.
sizes,
Sugar gliders.
from the ringtail possum to the sugar.
Look at that, like, would you not want to have that as a pet? Sugar gliders or fruit bats. They would be a cool pet. Fruit bats are so cool. Hold on, let me look one up. What? Fruit and bat. I don't want that. I want fruit bat. Look at these things. Look at them. And these are domestic as well, like. Although I know some places in the world have them as pets. Look at him. Look at him. Would you not want that as a fucking pet? Look at him. He's cute. Look at him. That's cute. I want one. I want one. I need one. I need this in my life.
Glider. And to our protagonist here, the golden brushtail, which is really just a common brushtail possum with a rare genetic mutation called leucism that causes them to lose the pigment in their skin. So basically, it's a fucking shiny Pokemon. Coming in at around 4.5 kilos and 40 centimeters in length, these tree-dwelling marsupials are nocturnal and primarily herbivores, mainly consisting on a diet of leaves and fruit.
Primarily.
And cute points as marsupials, yes, they carry around their babies in a little pouch like their royal cousin the kangaroo. However, come on, the thing is from Australia, you didn't really think these bad boys would be squeaky clean, did ya? You see,
Oh my
they
god,
are
no.
entirely herbivores. Sure,
Yeah.
they like salad. They will also quite happily raid a bird's nest and turn Tweety's kids into a 3-egg omelette. Sounds like a fine steak dinner.
Oh my
to me.
god.
Just because it's not a venomous predator doesn't mean it can't take your fucking finger off. And the cherry on top, Aussie Pikachu here doesn't go Pika Pika. No, you see, Down Under doesn't have Pokemon trainers, because when you step into the tall grass out here, you hear this absolute fucking demon. This
What the
snake
fuck?
can take your arm off.
Of course I can.
Scratch your arms off.
Introducing the fer-de-lance, a species of pit viper native to South America and Mexico, with this particular nope rope having quite possibly one of the nastiest fucking bites in the world.
Oh my god.
This is a fairly major problem because this little has the temperament of an eshay at a train station. Incredibly aggressive and extremely territorial.
Both of you's giving me a wallace in your shoes, but otherwise I'll cave your heads in right here, right now.
This toxic garden hose is such an aggressive little Within its range, it makes up an average of 50% of all snake bites.
Huh?
However, despite the
What?
huge number of attacks, it's only fatal in 6% of bites.
Oh.
So why is it such a problem?
That's still a pain in
Just
the
because
ass,
you
though.
live the bite doesn't mean you'll want to. You see,
Oh.
when a fer-de-lance bites you, this massive viper sinks its huge inch-long fangs into your skin and injects you with
Enormous.
2 teaspoons of venom. You will at this point notice a little status effect bar appear on the bottom of the
Oh,
screen.
no.
Don't worry about that. That's a mystery
No.
mouse tool that'll hurt us later. Upon being bitten, your blood pressure immediately crashes lower than the stock market,
Uh-oh.
and you start to feel very ill. The bite wound feels like you've been shot in the f***ing leg, you start sweating like some
Oh,
browsing
no.
history, and then you start puking your guts up. Shortly followed by your collapse into the ground in agony. Now, fer-de-lance venom is hemorrhagic, so while you have
Oh, no.
the venom is breaking down the walls of your blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. At the same time,
Fucking
seeping
hell.
into your bloodstream, causing
So
it
it's
to sink in and start
so it causes necrosis is basically what you're saying. You will lose a limb.
growing clots. But hey, you're in luck. You were the buddy when you got bitten. They rush you to the hospital, and because it's such a common snake bite, they have the anti-venom on hand and administer it immediately, counteracting the venom's effects. There is just one problem. The mystery mouse tool is still there, because anti-venom is not necromancy. So, all the dead tissue around the bite caused by
Oh, no.
blood clots and internal bleeding, yeah, still very dead. In fact, it's so dead that it is rotting on your still alive body in a process called necrosis. I
Yeah.
can't
So do you just have to cut that limb off? You just have to get rid of it.
show you a photo of necrosis because it's genuinely disgusting.
I've seen it. It's fucked. I'm not gonna... just imagine, like, if you burnt a tree. Like wood from a tree, right? You know when it goes like black and has like white, black and white ash all over it? That is what your leg would look like. That's basically the best way I can describe it. It's fucked up. Ugh.
But to put it in a term you can understand, the snake applies scarlet rot. Now, so long as that rot's still attached to you, it's gonna spread.
Yeah.
So, there's only one way to stop it. Cut it off.
Get rid of it.
Dragons are horror villains.
Pretty sure I've already seen this one. That open shit. Did not mean to close that. Oh, I have that in twice. I did not mean to do that.
Australia lost
Didn't mean
the
to do
war
that.
to emus.
What?
But how? How the f*** did we lose an armed conflict with flightless birds? Well,
Okay.
it all started in 1932 when farmers in Western Australia wanted to grow wheat. There was just one major problem. That's
Yeah?
emu territory. And emus
Like
really
wheat.
like wheat. And
Okay.
coming in 6 foot tall and 40 kilos in weight, they can eat a lot of it. So when breeding season came around, the emus migrated through the farmland and these poor
absolutely
farmers were
destroyed the
overwhelmed
fucking fields.
by a tyrannid swarm of ant-sized poultry. 20,000 emus
Oh
strong.
my
These feathered pets spent
fucking
weeks to
God.
completely steamroll through the fences into the fields and started laying
And
waste to
absolutely
wheat.
decimated everything.
Fired back the initial wave with rifle fire, but their efforts were, putting it lightly, completely useless. This made farmers pretty bloody angry, so they gathered together and went to the government to ask for help. Sir, 20,000 emus have hit the wheat fields. Me, mate. So the government declared the emus enemies of the state and sent in the army to commence the Great Emu War. The entire
Great
7th
Emu
Heavy
War.
Artillery Division was deployed
What
to
the
Golden Lake,
fuck?
armed with 2 LMGs, 10,000 rounds, and the sole objective to blast anything with feathers.
Wait, 10,000 rounds, but there's 20,000 emus. So you're gonna have to get like a double kill for every bullet.
A little bit excessive for an overgrown turkey if you ask me, and upon their first deployment, the army immediately ran into a major problem.
Oh no.
Emus are fast.
Oh no.
Really f***ing fast, clocking a top speed of 50 kilometers an
Holy
hour. Which
shit.
meant that if they opened fire, the emus would immediately
run,
bolt out of
legged.
their weapons. But they still took a crack at it, and then immediately stopped when both LMGs jammed after only dropping 12 emus. This embarrassment led the army to retreat and rethink their plan. So a few weeks later they returned, this time mounting the LMGs on trucks in an attempt to run the birds down. However, this also didn't work, because after figuring out that those trucks meant they were about to be turned into a KFC family market, the emus started leaving scalp birds
Oh my god.
a flock of the approaching trucks, which gave them all enough time to book it before the army even got there. And whenever they did catch the emus, they found out they were kind of... Because emus are mostly feathers, and there's a lot of places you can hit on them without doing any damage. Meaning it was taking around...
It's got a really fluffy coat on, and it does nothing to the body.
10 bullets for every one bird. So after a month of blood, sweat, tears, and 10,000 rounds of ammunition, the army managed to bring down...
How many?
960.
Damn.
The population was 20,000. Unlike America, our defense budget is not a bottomless pit. So the army had wasted all that money to achieve absolutely all.
Listen, man, that's 960 KFC dinners right there.
Really long, really shit fenced around the farms, and called it a day.
Nice.
How the fuck did we lose this? I did a better job with a boomerang and a cricket bat.